for our centering, how we are going to begin. We're going to take some pillows or bolsters and we're going to prop them up, something similar to this. And I'll show you the position that we're going to get into, and that might help you arrange your props or your pillows. So you're going to bring, and you don't have to have the blanket over it, I just like to do that. You're going to bring your feet to the floor, your hands down next to you, your hips are close to your pillows or bolsters. You're going to roll down, then you're going to scooch down a little bit because you want to be fully supported from the crown of your head all the way down your spine. It's very important that your head and neck are supported. So make sure you're comfortable. Take the moment to make sure you're comfortable. And if you need a little extra, you can place something under your head. Your chin should tuck in slightly. It should not be up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to relax your legs down. And if that does not feel good, then you will bring your knees to the floor, or your feet to the floor, sorry, with your knees pointing up. Whichever is comfortable for you. So take a moment and make sure that you are comfortable. Where we're going to start today is at the breath. The breath is what keeps us going. The breath is what we need to survive. Our breath helps calm us down, helps us release anxiety. We can use our breath to kick in the parasympathetic nervous system and slow ourselves down. So now that everyone is comfortable, and you're in a little bit of a chest opener here, this is going to help you with your breath. If your arms are away from your body, that's going to open up your chest even a little bit more. But if it's more comfortable and you connect better with your hands on your belly, whatever is comfortable. And we're going to begin by focusing at our 3-part breath. And y'all know where we're going. So go ahead and inhale into the belly. The belly begin to round. And as you exhale, let the belly relax down. Work the breath into your belly. And if it feels good to take a deep breath, take that deep breath. Just see if you can focus as much as you can on rounding the belly and relaxing it down on the exhale. And as we begin to feel the breath working through the body, you will feel the torso beginning to open a little bit. And you can begin to draw the breath from the belly up into the ribs. And with the exhale, the ribs relax together. And we begin to draw the belly button back with a little bit of intention. Continue to breathe into the belly and the ribs. And as you're breathing deeply into the ribs, you begin to invoke some of the nerves that are entwined in the soft tissue between the ribs. This helps invoke the parasympathetic nervous system and slow us down. What I would like to see happen today is for your focus to be on your breath, meaning that sometimes your eyes are going to be closed. And if you can, experience your breath in as many different ways as you can. Feel the cool air coming into the nostrils on the inhale. Feel the torso rounding. Feel just that light feeling that you get in the entire body. And with the exhale, everything relaxes. And at the end of the exhale, we draw the belly button back. And let me also point out here that when I call out a breath, if I call an inhale and you're on the exhale, you don't have to stop and try to reorder your breath to catch up with me. Stay where you are. Our breath always syncs. So let your focus today be on that good rhythmical breath. And if you haven't already, begin to draw the breath up towards the collarbones so that with the inhale you feel the entire torso expanding. And with the exhale, everything relaxes and that belly button comes back with some intention. Go ahead and take in a nice big inhale. Hold it at the top. Open the mouth, relax the jaw, and as you exhale, press all the air out of your mouth, making some noise if you'd like. We're going to do a total of 3. So when you're ready, inhale again deeply. Maybe even take in a little more air at the top. Pause for a heartbeat and exhale. And one more. Let's, with this inhale, gather up everything that is unnecessary. Any random thoughts, any stray energy. Gather up what you don't need for this practice. Open the mouth, relax the jaw, and press it all out. Releasing whatever it is you don't need. Good. We're going to move into our fake alternate nostril breath. So we're doing kind of a meditation with a breath work mixed in. So the eyes remain closed. Focus at your right nostril. And as you inhale, imagine that the breath is drawing only up the right nostril. And as the exhale comes, focus at the left nostril. Imagine the exhale is only coming out through the left. Now inhale up the left nostril. Exhale down the right. Focus at the right and inhale up the right nostril. Exhaling down the left. Inhale up the left nostril. Exhaling down the right. As you inhale up the right nostril, pause at the top for a heartbeat or 2, and then exhale out through the left. Inhale left, pause at the top, exhale right. Take a couple more rounds, pausing at the top of each inhale, slowing down and lengthening your breath, allowing your mind and your breath to link. And any stray thoughts that come through, whether it's now or in your practice, that's fine, it's going to happen. But just take whatever the thought is, examine it for a second, and then file it away until you need it. You might not need it till work. You might not need it until you make your Publix order. You don't need it now. And I know that my husband has frequently told me that when he's doing breath work, he'll often have a lot of thoughts pop into his head that are useful, just not at that moment. So whatever is not necessary, just file it away for later. And as you finish that last exhale out the right nostril, you will inhale up both nostrils. Pause at the top for the count of 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth and exhale completely. Go ahead and bring your feet to the floor. And just pause there for a moment, noticing how the mind, body, and breath are doing. Continue with your good, deep breath. And then as you're ready, press your hands into the floor and make your way up to a seated position. You can move aside your props. You won't be needing them until later. And if you need something to sit on so that your SI joints are comfortable, please do. As we get older, those SI joints can really be problematic. So be sweet to them, be kind. Close your eyes. Hips are heavy. Legs are in a comfortable position for you. We draw the shoulder blades away from us. Actually, I take that down. We draw the shoulders away from us and pinch the shoulder blades towards one another. And we let ourselves be comfortable as far as our arms. Make sure your hands are someplace comfy. And we're just going to start off with a few arm movements. And I'm having trouble with the left shoulder today, so if my stuff looks a little wonky, it is. And I'll just be telling you how to modify. But you'll know what I'm doing. You'll be able to follow. So go ahead and release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. You can keep the elbows bent if that helps. Let the fingers touch at the top. Exhale, draw the hands down the center. At the bottom, split the hands as the inhale begins. Arms sweep up. Exhale, drawing the hands down, heart center slowly, beautiful. As the inhale comes, split the hands, lifting up slowly. Exhale down the center. And then let your hands come to your knees. Arms straightish, cupping the knees. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. We're moving into seated cat-cows. So as we exhale, we tuck the chin round the back. Let the shoulders open. Inhale, stack the spine, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the back. Go ahead and take several of these. And if there's a place that you would like to linger because it feels good, do it. And notice how the breath can lead you through the entirety of your practice. Follow the breath and create the movement. The next time you come to the back on your exhale, as the inhale comes, move towards your left knee and then sweep across the front to the right knee, exhaling to the back. So we're circling in a clockwise position. This is your practice, so let your chin fall if it wants to. Maybe your head wants to move a little. And again, if there's a place to linger that feels good, do it. So we're working at loosening up the torso and the sides here. Go ahead and reverse it the next time you come to the front, inhaling across the other way, exhaling to the back. So now we're moving counterclockwise. Another reason that we need a strong mid-back is because that's where your ribs attach. So think of the extra weight that your mid-back carries by being attached to the rib cage. And the next time you come to the back, pause here for just a moment. And then inhale, sit up straight. Good. We're going to stretch that right leg out in front of us. Bend the left knee and put the foot to the inside of the leg. If you have a strap nearby and you would like to use it, go ahead. If not, you don't really necessarily need it. We just haven't done much with our low back yet. So go ahead, or our hamstrings, those hamstrings. So go ahead and wrap your strap around your foot if you have it available. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, and you'll see that your elbows are close to your ribs. Make sure that left knee is relaxing down. Inhale up tall. Exhale, draw the belly button back and start to fold over. Make sure that right knee is a little soft. The toes are pointing up, and you will feel where your back starts to round. So for many of us, especially since this is early in our practice and we're not very warmed up, we're going to stay somewhat upright. Let your gaze stay down at your foot or your shin. And continue with the deep breath. You can close your eyes here. You are safe. You are comfortable. Make sure that right knee stays a little bit soft. The more you lock it out, the more you have the chance to injure your hamstring. And of course, you don't get as good of a stretch. 3 more breaths. Release the strap. Inhale, stretch your arms long and reach up. Exhale, arms down. And then we'll stretch out that left leg. Put the strap around the foot. Right knee bends. The foot comes to the inside of the thigh. And we inhale, sit up nice and tall. Now you may be able to move your belly button a little bit towards that left thigh. If you can, great. If not, you're fine. Make sure the right leg is heavy. The inhale stretches the spine, and as we exhale, draw the belly button back and lower. Make sure the elbows are in next to the ribs. Breathing deeply, finding that good deep breath. And making sure that the breath continues to guide you through your practice. as you're ready, inhale, release the straps, stretch your arms out long and make your way up. Exhale the arms down. And then let's go ahead, we're going to do another stretch. So let's go ahead and just take the left leg wide. I think you can see, yeah, okay, there it goes. My leg's out to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the right heel in towards the inside of the body. So we look something like this. Inhale, bring your hands behind your head. Elbows open, chest open. And as you exhale, bring this left elbow towards the left leg. Now you can stack it on top of your thigh. You can bring it in front of the left leg. Mine's going to be stacked at least to start. And then as you inhale, open up the elbows a little bit more so that you feel the stretch in the right ribs. And then release your arms down. You can reach towards those left toes. Breathing deeply. Good. Now the more that you bring your shoulder, your top shoulder back, the more you open the chest. The more you stretch this way, the more you stretch this way towards the left. The more you get into the ribs. Good. Breathe deeply. Find that good 3-part breath. And let the exhale support you. With an inhale, stretch the arms up, coming back up to seated. And go ahead and stretch your right leg out. So we're in a wide-legged straddle. If you feel any real tension at the inside of your legs, shorten your stance. You're going too wide and you could hurt yourself. Make sure, of course, that your knees are a little soft and bouncy. And I like to do this with my hands in front of me. So inhale and sit up straight. And exhale, tippy finger your way forward. As soon as you feel the back start to round, stop. Let your hands support you on the floor. Breathe deeply. So your knees are soft. Your toes do point back a little bit, but you don't have to like really press them out. Let your breath wash over you. Notice any place that feels tight, like mine would be the whole back of my legs. And then direct your breath there. So close your eyes. Picture any place that needs a little extra. Good. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, hands come to the floor. Press in, lift up, walk your way back up. And then bend that right foot and bring it to the inside of your body. Inhale, stretch the arms up. The right leg is away from your body. We're going to exhale and tilt until your right elbow comes to your thigh or in front of your leg. And then when you get positioned, you can stretch that left arm towards your right toes and release the right arm down. If you can get that right arm in front of the leg, it gives you a little bit of extra torque. And if you can draw that top shoulder back, you get a little more breath. And if you can't keep that top arm up, and this is true anytime your shoulders are wonky, wrap the arm around your back. Breathe deeply. Breathe into the ribs. Breathe into the chest. And then inhale, make your way up. And let's just stretch the legs out in front of us and wobble out your legs. However feels good. If you'd like to make, like you're accelerating, make Barbie toes and then press back, accelerate, put on the brakes. Keep that good breath going. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and come to standing on our knees. So again, if your knees are a little sensitive, bring your knees to your blanket. So we come to standing on our knees. Our gaze is front, our chin is parallel to the floor, and our arms, let's go ahead and just bring our hands to our sacrum. Find your breath. And then inhale, stretch the arms up. You can stretch them all the way up, or you can bring them into cactus, whichever is available for you today. Big inhale. Exhale, arms sweep back to the sacrum, hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. We're in a little balasana. Inhale, press into the knees, stretch the arms up, coming back up. Exhale, hips to heels, hands to sacrum, forehead to floor. Inhale up. I'm going to turn so I can watch everyone. Good. Exhale down. Inhale up. And let's go ahead and take 5 more of these at your pace. Exhale down, moving slowly, engaging the core. Inhale draws you up. Good. Exhale down. Take your time. You guys are doing a great job at moving slowly and moving with your breath. Good. A couple more. These, and I have a series of these I often do. This particular form of asana comes from Vinyasa Yoga, which is a therapeutic form of yoga, and it works on strengthening the core and the mid-back, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is just awesome. We don't get enough of it. So we're all up, so let's go down one more time. And then inhale up to our knees, but leave your arms down. We're going to move into our gate pose now. So make sure you're nice and strong, and then straighten the left leg on the mat next to you. So it might be a little hard to see because my blanket and my tights kind of clash, but my left arch of my foot is lined up with my right knee. Good. Get nice and tall. Left hand on left leg. Inhale the right arm up, and you can bend the elbow if that helps you keep the shoulder in a good place. And then slowly release down. Opening up the ribs with the breath. Pressing into the entirety of that left foot. So you can feel the inside and the outside of the foot. Stretch as much as you can into your sides, making space. Inhale, stretching back up. Bringing that left knee back to the floor, getting strong, and then stretching the right leg out. Lining up the foot in the knee. Inhale the left arm up, and exhale over to the side. And again, if for some reason it's hard for you to keep the top arm lifted, wrap it around your back and lean back a little bit, breathing deeply. keeping that belly button engaged. Feels as though you're between two panes of glass. With your good deep breath. Good. Inhale your way back up. And go ahead and bring the right knee to the floor. And then go ahead and press back to your child's pose. So bring your hips to your heels, your forehead to the floor, and let your arms come wherever is comfortable. They can stretch alongside of you, stretch out in front of you. You can bring them behind you. Whatever's comfortable. And with an inhale, make your way up to tabletop. If you have a blanket underneath you, go ahead and remove it at this point. We're going to go into a couple of standing poses. So with our inhale, we stretch the crown to the tailbone. With the exhale, tuck your toes under, and with bent knees, come into a down dog. So this is a very small dog. It's a little puppy dog. Your belly's resting on your thighs or thereabouts. Your knees are bent deeply. Your hands are strong on the floor. Your arms are strong. As you inhale, straighten your legs as best you can, bringing the heels towards the floor. Exhale, bend the knees deeply again, making our small dog. Inhale, knees to floor, tabletop. Exhale, press back to Balasana, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, bend the knees, pressing up. Inhale, stretch the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. We're going to do one more. Inhale, up to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, pressing back with the knees very bent. Inhale, straighten the legs. And stay. Go ahead and press out the knees, pumping out the legs, taking our little runner stretch. If you would like to lift a leg and do a little bit of a scorpion tail, whatever you do, just make sure that you do it equally on either side. Good. Excellent. We're going to take a little bit of movement today, standing up, to try to work some of the funk out, to try to get energy moving in a different way. Lift up high on the balls of the toes, balls of the feet. Release the heels towards the floor so we're in our full form of down dog. We're going to inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through. And we're coming into warrior one. So you're going to turn your right toes at about a 45-degree angle. The left knee stays bent, and we inhale our way up to standing. Good. Inhale the arms up. And go ahead and let them be in a field goal type position. So your hips are facing front, whichever way is front for you. Your left knee is bent. Your arms are up. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, draw the elbows back and straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, stretch the arms up. Exhale, elbows back, front legs straight. Exhale, arms up, bend the knee. Exhale back, straight leg. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to take a couple more. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to hips. Go ahead and step the right leg up to meet the left and give yourself a little shake or a shimmy. Working out any weird energy that might be in your body. And then go ahead and take a step back with that left foot, setting up for the other side, so bending the right knee. Good. As we inhale, actually we're going to reverse the breaths this time. So take a nice big inhale here in place. Nope. Inhale, draw the elbows back. Sorry, took me a minute to figure that one out. With the exhale, straighten the front leg, arms up. Inhale, elbows bend, drawing them together. Exhale up, straight leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to take about 3 more of these. Focus at the breath. We're inhaling where we're really opening our chest, just to get in just a little bit more. And when you do the last one and your arms are up, go ahead and bring your hands to the floor, stepping back to our down dog. So stretch your legs out again. And then when you're ready, come to your down dog first. And then go ahead and inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. And this time we're moving into warrior 2. So we'll still take the right toes to a 40-degree angle. But when we inhale and bring our arms up, everything is facing to the side instead of the front. Go ahead and bend into that front knee, and we're going to do something very similar. So as you inhale, arms straight, leg bent. Exhale, arms down, leg straightens. Inhale, bend the knee, straighten the arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Point all your toes to the front or the side, the same way basically. And then you turn your right toes. That's going to be your lead leg. So we're in our warrior 2 legs. Right knee bent. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down, straighten the leg. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and pause. Take a couple of breaths here. Get a nice warrior 2 pose going. You all look beautiful. And then bring your hands to your hips. Let all your toes face in the same direction. We're going to move into a wide-legged forward bend. So take your hands and clasp your hands behind you. Draw those shoulders together and let your elbows stay bent to start. Take your legs as wide apart as feels comfortable. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower And you can straighten the arms and try to bring them towards your head. Breathe deeply. Take really nice, big, full breaths here. Good. Go ahead and release the hands and bring your hands just to either foot. And then let's go ahead and bring our hands to our hips, bend our knees, and inhale, make our way up to standing. Bring your left foot up to meet your right, so you're facing the front or the back of something. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the floor and step back to your down dog. Take one more set of leg stretches. And then as you're ready, come into your down dog. Inhale into a plank. And then lower to the floor. You can knees, chest, and chin, or come all the way down, whatever works for you. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to whichever side is comfortable and rest here for a moment. Let your arms come to a comfortable position. Yeah. And then your cat will use you as a bridge if it's needed. Good. Let's go ahead. We're going to move into our slower poses here. If you have any eggs or blocks nearby, that might be helpful. Doesn't have to happen. You can also use a bolster or a blanket, or you can use nothing at all. We're going to move into our Sphinx, but we're going to hold it for a few minutes. So as you come up on your elbows with your arms stretched in front of you and your fingers stretched wide apart away from one another, draw the shoulders back and your gaze is down slightly at your fingers, or actually the space between your fingers probably. So you want to feel an equal stretch on the front and back of your neck for the moment. Now if you have eggs or a blanket handy and you would like a little support with the eggs, I put them under my ribs and I press into my elbows. Or you can do the same with your bolster or your blocks or whatever. Or you can just be there, whatever works for you. But you are going to have a little bit of effort here, because you will continue to press into the forearms. Good. Beautiful. Now we're not working on the neck here, we're working on the mid and upper back. So if your chin is in towards your chest, raise the chin a little bit, so that the front and the back of the neck are more or less equal. Continue with that good deep breath, and if it's okay, you can close your eyes here. Allow the breath to anchor you. Allow the breath to keep you in the present moment. As you're holding your Sphinx, you keep pressing into the forearms gently. and you keep those fingers spread. Now check in and make sure that the shoulders are away from the ears and perhaps the shoulder blades are drawing together gently. And then check down your spine, make sure everything is relaxed and just draping in. Check in with the glutes. Make sure your glute muscles are soft and you can wobble them a little bit from side to side if you need to. And then the legs are just soft and heavy. Your eyes can be closed or your gaze can be down between your fingers, between your hands on the mat. Good. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, allow the chin to fall in towards the chest. And you can take a little bit of movement here if you'd like, moving the chin from one shoulder to the other. And try not to let your upper back collapse. Try to just let your chin move in towards your chest. Good. Bringing the chin back to center, and go ahead and lift the chin up. If you have anything at your chest, go ahead and remove it. And then we're coming back down to the floor again. So make a pillow with your hands. If you need to turn your head to one side or another, go ahead. And once you get down, wobble your hips gently from side to side for a few moments. And then come to stillness and maybe bend the knees so the feet are in the air. And then just wave them from side to side. Moving slowly. Y'all have done such a fabulous job of moving slowly with the breath during class. Bringing the knees back to center, lower the legs down. We're going to move into our half frog. So if you have your glasses on, you probably want to take them off. Turn your head so you're resting on your right ear and you're facing the left. And bring your arms into a cactus position. Bend your right knee, and of course on the floor, let that bent right knee relax. And you've made a 90-degree angle from the hip to the knee, from the knee to the foot. Actually, it's a couple of 90-degree angles. And you breathe here. You breathe deeply. You can feel the breath throughout the body. You can feel your torso inflating and relaxing down. Much less effort with the belly button. We're certainly not really invoking the core here. And see if you can try to bring that little bit of hip down towards the floor, so that that bent leg hip is really getting heavier and heavier. Feel the body growing heavier and heavier. And if you need any kind of support under the bent knee, you can always put a little pillow or a blanket there. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Straighten the bent knee slowly, bringing the head back to center, and just pausing for a moment, letting the legs extend down next to one another. And then with your arms still in cactus, this time turn your head to the right, laying on your left ear. Bend that left leg, and with the leg on the floor, let the thigh come out from the hip, the knee bends, the foot is directly under the knee. And if you need a little something for under this right knee, go ahead and place a blanket or a pillow under there. Grow heavier and heavier. Allowing everything to grow softer and softer. Feeling almost as though you're so heavy that you might make an imprint on the floor. Inhale deeply, feel the belly pressing into the floor, and exhale completely as the front and the back of the body come together, flattening you out. As you follow the breath back to the mat, straighten your bent leg, bring your head to center. You can support the head with the hands if you need to. And take whatever movements feel good. If you want to wobble your hips on the floor, or if you want to bend your knees and wave the legs in the air, or if you want to lay there in complete stillness, whatever's right for you at the moment. And when you are ready, let's go ahead and flip, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, onto our backs, and have a bolster or some pillows ready. for a restorative twist. Go ahead and bring the bolster or pillows to your left side. When you get there, draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze in. Good. Bring your head up towards your knees on an inhale. Cross the right ankle over the left. Reach for your shins or feet. And then slowly release the head back as you draw the knees in, giving yourself that good squeeze in. Breathing deeply, feeling the belly stretching up towards the thighs. And as you're ready, release your legs, stretch them up in the air just for a moment or two, letting the blood move differently, letting the tissue relax. And then draw the knees into the chest, squeezing in. Inhaling the head up towards the knees, crossing the left over the right, I think. And then reaching for your shins or your feet, relaxing the head back, drawing everything in, breathing into your hips, breathing into any openings, breathing into your softness. And then release the legs, stretch them up in the air again. Press out through the balls of the feet and then the heel, taking just a few little movements. And then draw the knees into the chest. Stretch the arms out into a T. Take a big inhale. Really allow the breath to assist you here. And as you exhale, the knees float over to the left towards your bolster. And if you have your bolster set up on a different side, just use it wherever it is. And then breathe. Stretch the right arm away from you. Set up your legs however is comfortable for you. Maybe you want to stretch the legs over the bolster, cross the top leg over the bottom, straighten just the top leg. There's a lot of different ways to make this your own. For me, I like to make sure that my lower leg from the knee down to the feet are completely supported by the bolster. That makes me feel comfortable enough that I can relax. And once you've found your good sweet spot, you can bring your left arm to your legs. You can turn your head whichever direction feels appropriate, or it can face up at the ceiling. And get into your good, deep breath. Find that breath and allow it to be good and rhythmical. This beautiful meditative pattern that you can fall into. At this point, hopefully the breath is coming very easily to you. And you can feel the body has relaxed and made more space for the breath. We've done a lot of work opening the chest this morning. That helps relieve some of the stress and anxiety that we carry there. We've done a lot to bust up stress and anxiety today in our shoulders and our chest and with the breath. And we've done corresponding asana practice to strengthen. Inhale deeply. Exhale, completely drawing the belly button back. And with the next inhale, float the legs back to center. Move your bolster to the other side. And then stretch the arms out long again, away from the heart. Take a big inhale. And with an exhale, bring the knees over to the bolster. And stretch the fingertips far away from your heart. Set up your legs in a way that makes you comfortable and gives you the ability to relax and stretch. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Draw the belly button back. And then slowly float the legs to center on the inhale. And take whatever little movements you might need, or none at all, to get yourself ready for Shavasana. And as you're done, as you're ready, maybe you want a bolster under your knees or your thighs. Maybe you'd like one under your spine the way we started. Maybe you just want to be flat on the mat. Whatever the case may be, find where is comfortable, where you want to relax. And once you get there, oh good, Take a nice big inhale, tense up the body, make fists with your hands. Screw your face up so that you bring your ears towards your nose. Make everything really tight. Hold it as long as you can. And exhale completely. Relax everything. Make sure that your body is completely comfortable. And then let your breath return to its natural state. Nice and slow and calm, hopefully. But no more attention, no more focus at the breath. It just goes how it goes. Project a blank white space. It can be a movie screen, it can be a piece of paper, it can be just a blank white space. Make that blank white space at third eye center, the space between the eyebrows. Make sure the eyebrows are relaxed and that space between the eyebrows isn't all wrinkled or screwed up. There's no tension there. There's just that blank white space. And you're following your breath. You're not purposefully altering your breath. As your next inhale comes, project the number 10, 10, onto your blank white space. As the exhale comes, hold the number 10 there. As your next inhale comes, watch the 10 change to 9. And as you exhale, hold the 9 in place. Inhale. Watch the 9 change to an 8. Exhale, holding the 8 in place. Inhale, watch the 8 turn to a 7. Exhale, hold it in place. Inhale as the 7 turns into a 6. Exhale, holding the 6 in place. Inhale as the 6 changes to 5. Exhale, holding the 5 in place. Inhale, the 5 changes to 4. Exhale, holding the 4 in place. Inhale, watch the 4 change to 3. The exhale holds the 3 in place. As the next inhale comes, the number 2 is now in your white space. Exhale, holding the number 2 in that place. Inhale as the 2 changes to 1. Exhale, holding the 1 in place. Inhale as the 1 changes to a 0. And as you continue to breathe, hold the 0 in place. Slowly watch the 0 dissipate. Watch it disappear. And as the number disappears, the white space will also be released. Until you have completely released the meditation. The breath is slow, calm, and smooth. The mind is relaxed. The body is heavy. The skin rests against the floor. The muscles rest against the skin. The bones rest against the muscles as you just let go. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Begin to follow your breath, feeling the cool air entering on the inhale, the warmer air escaping on the exhale. Feeling the belly lifting and falling. Notice if your body is calling for any movement. If you'd like to wiggle your fingers, turn your wrists, move the legs, or if you would like to lie there completely still and heavy. When you're ready, draw the knees into the chest and roll off to your right side. Pause there for just a moment, appreciating how heavy and calm you feel. And then slowly make your way up to a seated position. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Let your body get nice and tall. Draw the hands together at heart center, bowing the forehead towards the fingertips. We take this moment to thank all the teachers who came before us, who laid the foundations of knowledge, all the teachers who walk the earth and learn and teach alongside of us, and the teachers who will come later. The bright and shining light that resides within me and guides me on a daily basis honors the bright and shining light within each of you. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Namaste.